This is page 4 of the section 11.2 notes on vectors in 3 dimensions. And here in example 5, we have a problem. The initial and terminal points of a vector are given. -1, 8, 9 initial point, and 9, 9, 10 terminal point, and it's pictured here, this vector. And our first task is to find the component form of the vector. And then secondly, to write the vector using standard unit vector notation. And so I'm going to make a suggestion to you to have a try at this based on what we did in the previous video and on the previous page here. And so if you, my suggestion is you pause this video right now, try this, and then come back and I'll go over it. Okay, so let's tackle this. So we have an initial point for this vector of -1, 8, 9, and a terminal point of 9, 9, 10. And when we have initial and terminal given to us, and our job is to find the component form, essentially what that, how you can think about that is you got to change, if you will, move the initial point from wherever it is to the origin. And then whatever you do to achieve 0, 0, 0 for the new initial point in each coordinate, you got to do to the terminal point as well. So for instance, in the x-coordinate, originally we have -1. We add 1 to that to get 0. So our new terminal point is going to be 10, because 9 plus 1 is 10. Second coordinate is 8 in the initial, and so we have to subtract 8 from that. So we have to subtract in the terminal point. 9 minus 8 is 1, comma. Third point in the initial point, initially, is 9, which we have to change to 0 by subtracting 9. So we have to do the same in the z-coordinate of the terminal point. So 10 minus 9 is 1. So moving this vector here so that its new initial point would be at the origin would result in a new terminal point of 10, 1, 1, something like that. So what we're doing is now looking at the vector in that form, ish, roughly drawn here, obviously starting at the origin. Now, number-wise, we know that's 10, 1, 1. And that is essentially the component form of the vector, but written with brackets to distinguish it as an arrow from the point with parentheses. And then the standard unit vector notation is 10i plus 1j, not necessary to write the 1, but just to emphasize where they're coming from, which is here, here, and here. 10i plus 1 vector j plus 1 vector times vector k. So if you got those, great, good job.